Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into the final dramatic chapters of the Book of Judges, chapters 21 and 22. This is a story that really makes you stop and think about the consequences of our actions, both as individuals and as a community. So, grab your Bibles, and let's get into it. We pick up right after a brutal civil war in Israel. The tribe of Benjamin has been nearly wiped out, with only 600 men surviving. The other tribes, in their anger, had sworn an oath not to give their daughters in marriage to any man from Benjamin. But now, in the aftermath, they're filled with regret. They realize that if something isn't done, an entire tribe will vanish from Israel. The problem is they've made a solemn vow to God. How can they save Benjamin without breaking their oath? This is where things get complicated and honestly quite troubling. The Israelites are caught between their regret and their rash promise. They're desperately trying to find a loophole. Their first solution is to look for anyone who didn't join them in the fight against Benjamin. They discover that the people of Jabesh-Gilead stayed home. So they decide to punish Jabesh-Gilead for not participating, and in doing so, they find a way to provide wives for some of the Benjamites. They attack the city. And tragically, everyone is killed except for 400 young women who are then given to the men of Benjamin. It's a harsh and desperate measure, but it still isn't enough. There are still 200 Benjamite men without wives. The Israelites need another plan, and this next one is just as cunning. They tell the remaining Benjamites to go to Shiloh during the annual festival. They instruct them to hide in the vineyards and wait for the young women of Shiloh to come out and dance. Then they are to rush out, each man grabbing a wife for himself, and take them back to their land. The elders of Israel promise to smooth things over with the families from Shiloh, explaining that this abduction was a necessary evil to save a tribe and to prevent the other tribes from breaking their oath. And that's how the tribe of Benjamin is saved from extinction. The men return to their inheritance, rebuild their towns, and start their families. The Book of Judges concludes with a sentence that sums up the entire era, a line we've heard before. In those days, Israel had no king. Everyone did as they saw fit. These final chapters are a powerful commentary on the chaos and moral confusion that reigned during this period. The Israelites, in their attempt to fix one problem, create others. Their solutions, while achieving their goal of preserving a tribe, are filled with violence and questionable ethics. It shows what happens when people rely on their own flawed judgment instead of seeking God's clear guidance. It's a stark reminder that even with good intentions, doing what seems right in our own eyes can lead down a very dark path. This isn't an easy story to read, but it's in the Bible for a reason. It serves as a warning and a signpost, pointing to our deep need for a true king, a righteous leader to guide us. It highlights the brokenness of the world and sets the stage for the hope that is to come later in the biblical narrative. Thank you so much for joining me to explore these challenging chapters. What are your thoughts on this conclusion to the Book of Judges? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more deep dives into the Bible. We'll see you in the next book.